Welcome to the first edition of Starfield on Gatabud. Today I'm going to break down why the fuel generator can be your best option, but is probably your worst option right now. I hope you enjoy. Before we begin, I want you to know that I maxed out Outpost engineering, special projects, and Outpost management to bring you this video. The Outpost management one is particularly the most important here because of the rank 4 upgrade, and the Outpost engineering one doesn't need to be maxed out at all. You start getting value from it almost immediately in rank 1 and rank 2, but getting rank 4 in this is extremely helpful. You need to research Robots 1 to get any value out of the fuel generator, and additionally, power generation is not needed for this specific example, but to get the most out of it, Resource Extraction 1 is very helpful, and I believe it comes from Outpost Engineering 1 or 2. And then if you really want to go overboard, Resource Extraction 2 is elite. This is the fuel generator. It takes helium and produces 20 power. And when you look at the cost of a helium extractor, we can have 4 of these for 1 reactor. And I'm going to answer the question today, is this thing worth it or not? And you're going to want to watch, but the short answer is kind of, or it depends. I'm going to put 10 helium in here to give it kind of a starter amount so that the reactor will turn on, and then it will begin powering my extractor over here. The extractor puts the helium in this container, and then it goes to be powered right here. We officially do not have power. We officially have power now. So I want to see if one of these extractors is enough for this reactor to run for 24 hours. We are on E after a 24-hour rest. The power is off. 1 extractor is not enough. So let's throw another one at it and see what the results are again. I'm going to again rest 24 hours and see if this 10 helium changes. Two is indeed enough. But we are looking at a slight surplus from having 2 extractors. So we've used up half our power just powering the reactor. Right now, this isn't that much better than solar panels, if we're being honest. What are some things that we can do to make this, I guess, good? Because right now, it's not the best, I would say. First thing that anyone can do right now is to build 3 robots. This robot boosts your extraction by 10% as far as speed goes. But what's really nice here is if I build multiples of these robots, the bonus is not 30% or 60%. It's 10% times 10% times 10%, and so on and so forth. So when we're looking at having 6 of these, if you have your outpost perks unlocked, then it's almost doubling the output. I'm going to go ahead and build all 6. Now you immediately see the production speed go up. I've actually destroyed one of the extractors to see what we're working with here. We're at 35 helium. Let's see where we are in 24 hours. Oy. So 1 is still not enough to power this with the robots, unfortunately. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this. Now, even with the 6 robots, the reactor failed to stay on, so 1 extractor was not enough. Now, I'm going to go over a couple things real quick. The reason that I can do 6 robots instead of just 3 is because I did the rank 2 outpost management upgrade. I'm going to go ahead and do the rank 4 right now, which will double the speed of all extractors. So that should be a ×2 on top of what we already had with the 6 robots. Now this is a pretty large investment. I think it's good for more than just this reactor experiment, but here we are. Now, to be able to create the robots, you need to do a level 1 research for Robots 1. That's very easy. It's a trivial amount of basic materials. You'll have no problem accomplishing that. Now that I have that perk, I need to put 10 in here to try to restart this system again. Okay, we have power again. This has shot back up to 10. I'm going to rest 24 hours and see what the results are. We have a very large amount of helium now. And that's off of 1 of these. So that's really encouraging. Suddenly, this has become good. And it became good by doing a few things that we probably would have done anyways for the sake of our outposts. So I don't consider this an egregious investment in some good old-fashioned math to make that extractor keep up. So what we have here is the ability to have more of these power reactors as well as the extractors. And one thing that's interesting, so if you don't want to know what the progression looks like in Outpost build capabilities, you should probably skip away. I'm going to kind of go into that right now. We are able to get a better solar array and a better wind turbine. They still don't produce as much as the fuel generator, but they're still nice. Now I wonder if, since this got doubled, can it power 2 of these? Let's find out. And since that one's at 100%, I need a second storage. We're actually very slowly draining having the second reactor. So at this peak math, we are able to almost power 2 of these reactors with 1 extractor. Now, There's also the matter in which we get better extractors as we progress in our outpost skills. So let's find out what happens there. As we progress, we can get this, which costs 10 power, and then we can later get this, which costs 20. Now, I'm unable to build the second one at this moment, but I can build this one right now. This appears to be extracting a lot more, despite the fact that it's only using double the power. So it looks like we're getting like triple the output for double the power, roughly. So I believe that I could actually run a third of these generators safely with this. Wow, that's fantastic. 100% and 92% on the container with just one upgraded extractor, 3 reactors. We get 50 power plus off one, and we're still gaining helium in the process. All of a sudden, these went from terrible to awesome. And the fact that they're a low investment build makes them very competitive against the other high-end options when you consider the cost of building. I expect that doing the third tier will further juice those numbers. I'm seeing 13 a minute, so that is over double of what we were doing last time. It's at 21 right now. Oh boy. I can do way more than 6. That's insane. Okay. Now this power suddenly got great. Hope you found that helpful. Fuel generators are very good if you set them up properly, and they are very bad if you are in the new game. You should just spam solar panels instead. Have a good one, y'all. I'll see you again soon.